Welcome everyone, my name's Chill Gaming and this is episode 5 of Edencrafters. Last time we had little factories going on down here and we had a standard bus. As you can see, the old bus is still there. I'm slowly clearing all of this out, merging same lines together, and you'll see that the storages down there are all the secondary, usually the secondary items from the raw materials. Not all of them, but some of them. And you can see I've now started a vertical bus. It's just easier. I wish they'd have a way of, I don't know, I suppose if I could do a tunnel, I'd do one in the middle there so you could get across it, but I'll have to build a mountain range over the top of it probably. These are 6 high at the moment, so I've left all this open plan. And the reason I'm bringing you here is to show you what it's like. You've got a certain span, and I don't know exactly what that is, but if I press 0 on my Mark III conveyors, you can see that if you didn't have this link into these storage boxes there, so that one will go straight to it. But if there wasn't a storage box and I go to this, what happens is it joins this line. It actually goes down and joins it like it is now. It's annoying because it'd be nice if the devs put in there that you could just press arrow up or something and it goes 1 stage up, press it again, 2 stages up, and that would correspond to, say, like the height of these boxes. So stage 1 would be that, you know, stage 1's that first conveyor, stage 2 the second box, stage 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. That way you wouldn't have to keep putting these storages between to get them to raise up like I'm doing now. This is the only downside of vertical. I mean, if you get it, you can go a bit longer than this, but if you go too long, they don't line up. So it's just annoying because this drone's only got a certain amount of range, and sometimes it bugs out. So you can grab a conveyor this end, but it won't join the output at this end, or the other way around. It's strange how it works, but yeah, it's one of the quirks of the game. So you can see I've got to basically create storages roughly that gap all the way down to where the new base is going to be, which is, I suppose, this is a new lake we've got to get, so the base it'll end up probably around here somewhere, maybe either side of this bus or something. I'll figure out how to do it. And you've got sapphire that's going to be coming in from a tunnel that I dug. I'll just quickly show you this. So if we land down here, where's that tunnel gone? Oh, it's down here. This is the new ship, by the way, that I was mentioning in the other one that I wanted to build. This is it, but it's not an autonomous one. So we've got a tunnel that goes straight up there. So if I turn around up that way the ship's facing, and it goes right out here. And then I've created a bridge all the way across, which is just using your bulldozer or roller and creating a flat space all the way down to here, where this is where the sapphire comes out. So that'll be brought up by this tunnel to this area here, which is roughly where we're going to be doing the base. All of this is going to be taken apart, and then all the gold and everything else that would get from up here will come and join it. The ruby will carry on along here. I might tunnel it one day. I want to get a radar over here to see what's sitting here. Same down here, and then we will bring everything that we need up. You've got uranium is sitting here somewhere. There's the uranium. So you've got a whole load of it around here that's going to have to be mined at some point and brought in. And obviously we need a lot more gold, and I will do a land bridge across here eventually and probably put a tunnel from this area through, hopefully so it comes out better than going up and down the dales, to join this up, and then do a land bridge across and then delete all of that bit, and then it'll carry on with this until I do a bridge or whatever across here. I know in a future update they're doing so you can go, so instead of it looking hideous like that with the conveyor on it, you know, it doesn't look right at all. They're doing slopes, so so where I've got the old conveyor belts going in the flat bus up there, the horizontal one, I could just do an angle, which would be great. I'm now putting down more of these because I can't build the Mark IIIs yet. and I'm allowing a gap. Let's press shift, is it there? Shift and down, there you go. So I'm allowing a little gap so you can get, if I decide to run conveyors into it, so I can get either side. So it's kind of a bit more useful. This is the old ship, as you recall, down here. I've expanded the landing platform just a little, but I've had to because for the life of me I cannot delete this. So it's just sitting here doing nothing at the minute as a temporary storage. I've built the three vehicles, so that's the these three, and obviously that. There's no point in building that at the minute. I don't see the point. So the roller just rolls whatever it's sitting on, the height it is at. It will roll that flat and carry on creating it. A bulldozer will dig down and dig up, and the drill will just dig holes. But now the hole that they dig isn't as high as this. It's like maybe 2, it might be 3 high. I think it's more like just about 2. So you're very limited in the height that the thing digs. I don't know if there's a way of setting the height or whether that's something that's planned. What else was there that I've done? I'll take you to them actually. I've done one Mark II pump, which is sitting here. As you can see, it's like a red. It looks very similar. It's just they could have maybe changed the colour of it or something. I don't know. But this is it here. As you can see, there's not a huge difference other than it's round. They should have changed the colour or given it maybe a bit of a different look. It does blend in. You imagine that sitting in there, you would probably get confused. I haven't done the Mark II Purify yet. That's something I've got to work on. But initially what I'm going to be doing in this episode is continuing this bus down to roughly where the new area is. Like I say, it's going to be around here somewhere. I don't know exactly where I'm going to dig all of this out, which I could, or I could just do it right next to the lake here and use that as our water supply for now. The ruby's over here somewhere. Let me see, there it is there. So there's the ruby just sitting in storage containers. I do believe so. If I land, we should hopefully, whether it's running into them is another matter, which it's not. So there's a break in the line somewhere. The question is where? There's nothing here. That's the kittens you can hear playing. But look at that angle it bends it at. That wasn't like that before, I don't think. Right, there's white. So it's actually on the conveyor and joined, but for whatever reason it stopped. I'm probably going to delete this and redo it, to be honest with you. I'm not happy with it. I'll have to do something with that, get the tunnel machine out. And the problem you've got with digging tunnels is that you can only go so far before it runs out of energy. You've either got to have better batteries. So what I'm going to do here, because I'll probably run it along here, flatten out maybe an area here or do a tunnel, and then have it join in the bus this side, because these windmills will eventually be moved back past these buildings here, or even over here a little bit, and I'll probably delete this building here and put it in line with these and they'll all be together. That will free up another area to do. So there's going to be lots of planning on this episode, but there's also going to be lots of skipping ahead, and that's due to, I'm not going to bore you with me flying around and trying to dig tunnels and all the rest of it. I'll show you the process and then we'll skip to the finished article. Just let me make a longer video, to be honest with you. So that's what I'm going to do in this episode, so welcome to the ride. What I'm going to do now is I'll start probably, I'm going to have to start this tunnel over here I think first and sort all of this out. So that's going to involve me building a workshop. Now, as a quick tip for you, when you build this workshop, this hangar to store your little vehicles in, it won't charge. It'll give you oxygen, but it won't charge. You have to build this vehicle charge panel. And I don't know whether it's the more you have, the more quicker it charges. I don't know how it works. And these are all cosmetic as far as I'm concerned. And each one you build is identical to the one that you have just put down. It just takes the wall out in between so you can walk through them. But they're all identical with little doors on the front, yada yada. And as I say, these cargo spaceships, I don't know why he named it a cargo, because it's not autonomous. And it got me thinking that it was, but it's not, it just stores more cargo in it. So we're still stuck using conveyors at the moment. So what else was there that was new? There was something else on here that came out. And I think it's with an update. It's these two here. So the splitter and the merger. What that does is basically gets two outputs and merges it into one. Or it takes one output and splits it into two. So it's similar to these, except it's not three. Three in and three out. It's two. Yeah, it's handy. And the other thing I'm probably going to have to do when I come off of the vertical bus, you know, all the storages I've got over here, I'm probably going to have to come out to the factory. I'll have to trial it with either just Tech 2 conveyor, supplying all the factories or storages and then to factories, because at the moment it's the Mark 3s that's quickly moving the stuff about. So if I used a Mark 2 to storages before the factories, that will give these a chance to fill up the said storages beforehand, and if I use Mark 1 from the storage box these go to the factories themselves, it will allow this to fill up because it's Mark 2. Can you see my thinking? Or I do Mark 3 to the storage box to storage box, and then either 2 or 1 to the factory. I don't know. I've got to play with that because there'll be a bottleneck. These will empty, that's why so many of them, but they will empty before the factory can fill whatever it is it's making. That's the worry, and I've got to also supply these with more, because I noticed when I showed you earlier on, I don't know whether it's the case now because I've been talking, but you can look, see how these are, some are stationary, but that's because I've got oversupply of those products, they're not all being used. And if I don't V, you can see this, the ore, because I've got two outputs of ore, I've got one here and one over here, they're using a lot to fill what's there up. This is copper that's sitting in this one, so I'm not producing enough copper. Organics I've got loads of, osmium I think that is. Yeah, osmium I've got enough of, and this is silicon I think. Yeah, it looks like silicon or quartz, one or the other. I'm not got enough of that coming in, and I've not got enough of whatever's in here. This is cobalt. So the other ones I'm going to have to get more mines on, so which is not a real problem, because down this way where we got the we're planning on doing the new base, which is around here somewhere. It'll probably be this side actually, because there's more minerals. So we've got loads of iron, cobalt, sulfur, copper, quartz. So you've got loads of the basic stuff, and we can easily get uranium down, and gold would come this side. You know, gold, I've got a choice. I either bring all of this gold and whatever else is up there down and join it this side, which I could do, or I could run maybe a tunnel through and then it comes out here and joins it. But whatever way I've got to do the same vertical bus setup, so it's going to be literally similar to this. So you have everything in piles. So this will probably get higher, but it might even be another 6 high, because the choice I've got is to bring, like I've got here, 2 iron ore coming in and just going into 1. You might be thinking, well, what's the point in that? But it will fill that up quick because it's got 2 lots. It just depends how quick this thing is at shoving it all into 1. If this doesn't work, then it will literally be delete this, delete one of these lines. This line here then goes straight to, as the kitten standing on the keyboard, this one here, wherever it is now, will go straight from this box here into the first box, and then the other iron ore line will go up to whatever one's up here. It's just messy, so it doesn't keep it all nice and neat, but we will see. I'll see how that goes. So I'm now going to do a lot of planning and try and sort out this bus to get over here, and it'll take up the whole video doing all this because it takes a long while I'll come back and show you some of the tunneling, how it works and leveling and stuff as we go through it. But basically this is going to end up probably with a tunnel down this way, because I'll see how it goes if I can get across around here. It's a toss-up really, because it's ultimately going to come here, so it's either or. I'll probably do it this way, to be honest with you, and skirt around all of these ores so I don't delete them or whatever, and then come out here somewhere. And because this is where the production probably will end up. I don't know though, I might put it here because there's nothing in the way. And then I've got to get the environmental things. So if I do Q, where is it now? This thing here, which is going to use organics. I've got this, but this does regulation of hot cold areas to make them normal, I suppose. And we've got to put down some of these, so I'll be putting that in the lake that's near us. And then what I'll probably do with this lake, with all of these, the water that's sitting here, I will run a water bus down, and it'll join the water bus that will be sitting here, and then feed the factories or wherever it goes. It'll be like some manifold, and it'll supply everything. That's going to be the plan. And then as I get everything green, I could maybe add some more organics up this way somewhere along here if I have the factories over this side, that then, you know, supplements everything. We'll see how it goes, but I think that's a good plan to put the factories and whatever here, because it's right central to everything, so you can pull from here, here, all the way up here. I know they're going to do trains one day, so that will be interesting to see how that's going to work, but I don't know the time frame of that, so that'll spice things up a bit. But I'll still have the bus because it's got its use. It's here now, so it just depends on how trains work and how it stores and everything flows and bottlenecks and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm going to now start this bus, and I'll come back and show you some of the techniques that I've learned, and explain a few bits to you, show you the progress, and then we'll go from there. Okay, right, I'm here, and I'm now going to do a flat area across the beach, and I'm going to go all the way down back to where these go, because it's just going to be easier to join this lot up to the existing bus line, just stick it on top. And it'll mean I'm going to have to delete a lot of this and replan it, I suppose, but I'll keep it, just put a whole load of storages through it. But what I've got to do here is create an area that's flat. So this is a good example here. And with this machine, this roller, your mouse wheel gives you the diameter that it is working at to flatten or raise, and whatever level you're sitting on is what the level will be. So as you can see, it's flattening this as I'm going along and filling in where it's too low. So it creates a complete flat area, which is great for conveyors and stuff like that. And as you can see, as I'm going along, it just creates a real nice flat area to put your factories on or anything like that, and it just digs out anything that's higher or fills in anything that's lower. Now you could be asking yourself, well, if I was to let me see, go into the water, so let's stop it here. Now if I go into this water here, and I'll just do a tiny bit, so I'll keep the mouse button pressed down, it fills out, which is how you create your land bridges, because you could just drive straight over there and it'll create a bridge across. Again, realism not included, but that's how it works. So I'm now going to go back to the base here, and it's probably all at the wrong level considering the base is probably higher. But I'm going in here because when you're out and about, as you can see, your oxygen level goes down, and your food and your energy on this little thing. So if I go back into this area, it should start replenishing me incredibly slowly. So maybe if I get nearer that environmental thing. Oh, it's not having it, is it? It's really slow, isn't it? So it's easier just to grab yourself some, make yourself some oxygen containers and then come through. What I might do is get my level, because the level is roughly this here that we're sitting on. So if I run up here, press the mouse button, it will then level everything out. and I'll go between these manifold things and then run up this way. There you go, it's all at the right level, brilliant. So that's a result. So I can run the vertical bus down here. But when you dig into the mountains, hills, or whatever you want to call them, you will see that it creates a channel vertically all the way up to whatever the height is, and it will be totally clear and level to whatever you set it at. But anything above you is deleted, so it looks like a complete vertical shaft, for want of another words, as you can see on the edge there that I've created. If I stop here, I'll show you. So see that little inset there? So if I go in here, and let's say I went to in here, you can see, look what it does. It just literally deletes right above you, and it doesn't matter the height. Sometimes you get those weird little bugs where you have a bit of I don't know, oars or something sitting floating away. So I'm now going to carry on doing this, and I'm going to go all the way up to here. Because this is going to be where my little temporary area to recharge this vehicle is going to be. So if I go in here, press E, there you go, it's replenishing. Is it charging? Yeah, it's charging up and it's replenishing my energy. So yeah, so that's the plan, is that I'm going to now get the vertical bus sorted out over here, and it'll start on this side, and here will be like a logistical hub where everything is coming in a mass amount of storages, and then it's going to come out to however high this vertical bus is with all the gold and everything else that we need from over here. So predominantly you're going to want the gold, sulfur, copper, we've got all down there, cobalt. The other one we'd need is osmium, so we've got 2 osmium here, so they will be coming out and joining it. And then again, I suppose I could. Trouble is, these Mark IIIs, they can get saturated and too much stuff on them, it just takes forever to fill. I suppose I could add these. It's not osmium there, there's osmium there, which I'm already tapping into, I think. So these 2 osmiums could come along and sit and join this line, and then as it comes up to here, maybe do the 2 into 1 thing and fill up other storages. I don't know, we'll see how that works out. It'd be interesting to see how much more gold's sitting up here, because eventually you'll have a logistics hub here and then another one up here that every bit of gold goes to, and then it comes through a tunnel or whatever to this logistic hub, and then that feeds the bus, so to speak, down here. That's the thinking anyway. So yeah, so we're just going to carry on doing this. I need to actually I can show you here actually. So where the mines are over there, I'm going to now do a new road. So if I press the mouse button down, it will just build me out a straight road right across this toxic area. And it'll then join up with this wherever it's flat, like here. That's brilliant. And then we do it again. It's got some unusual effects in it, because it looks like there's a hill there, but it's not. It's strange how that does that. So if we do another little one, that's we'll let this join up here, so it can feed everything in. And then we join, do like a curve. So it joins all of that, and that's how you do it in a nutshell. And then I've got to sort out all of this over here, because you'll see as I come over here, we've got ores coming down from... We haven't tapped into these three here yet, so we're going to end up having to run a straight line up to these. So hold down the mouse button, just go across here. You'll see it'll come, it just digs everything out. We're on the right angle here. No, so we've got to basically come off and we've got to go that way a little bit. So if I do the mouse and I go that way, a bit more, let's just gradually do it. That's about it. Now if you go up like I've done, it creates steps. If you go up one block, it's bizarre. If I go through this, you'll see what I was on about earlier. There's some weird graphical glitches. You can see if I stop here and then look up, see the shaft it's created through a mountain. But yeah, that's how it works, unfortunately. And I will probably have to come out because those gold nodes I think are sitting on top of a mountain. So I'm going to probably have to come out the nearer I get. We're not there yet, so we've got to, probably this looks high. I wonder if I can get into this area here, run that one down to it, these two into it, and then join it that way, because that looks lower. I don't know how low it is, this is very low. So if I just carry on for now, we just do it accordingly. So I could do them horizontally into a little tunnel, I suppose. You've always got to watch your energy because you can see it ticking down, and your oxygen levels as well, because you're not getting any oxygen out here. And you stop and you see how you're getting on. Right, so we're near that one. We now need to just turn very slightly that way and maybe start thinking about coming up. So you move in, it goes up like so, and create yourself, as you're doing it, a flat area so you can do some storages or whatever on, and then you start again. It takes a bit of doing, but you can do it. You just keep going up and up and up until you think you're at the area that you need to be at. Which I don't think I am, but what I'll do is I'll try and come out at some other point or run up a mountain to see if I can find it. And there's no landscape changes yet. Back, you can see we're slowly stepping up. I think we aren't going to get into this, so there's the top. Are we actually in the basin? Yeah, we are. So I've now got to get out and come in the other side. So if I pause the video and then come back to you and on the other side. Right, as you can see, the area we've got to get up to is up there, so I've got to basically dig in. I've created, you can look down there and see the slope I tried to create and it wasn't working. So what I'm going to do now is to go out this way, and it's very awkward how you create these slopes, because I'm trying to get it so I'm a lot higher than what I am. When you get the actual height, you'll see Go back. Try and get it so it's a lot higher than it was. There we go, back in, so head towards our little road. I think it's this one. There it is out, so, and then you flatten it and then try to join it again. There we go. I think it might have worked. Because we can always sort this out, this side. So all you do is you rotate around, get your flatness done, and then flatten this out again. And try and leave a little area like so, because what you're trying to do, if it'll let you do it, it should in theory, but it might not. Because what we've got to do is come out of this at this height, and we've got to step down once we get out of this canyony bit. Christ, we're at height, aren't we? What I'll do is I'll go to that mountain there in front of us, and then we'll step it down. Try and use the ledges from that, maybe. I'll better do it here actually. But you can see what a nightmare this has turned into. So if I was to go towards this bit here, and then we go down, oh, wrong. Maybe kind of. This is all just a trial and error. To try and see how this is going to work. Right, so that's going to there, and then we do. Actually, delete a little bit. Delete a little bit. On. Raise, delete. Delete, on. You see what I'm trying to do? There you go, that's kind of working now. Not the best slope in the world, but it's better than it was. And then you come down one level, another level, another level, that one. It's not ideal. Yeah, slopes aren't very good in this game at the moment. Just literally fall, press the button and hope. God, it's awful. Am I at the right level now for that? Yes, I am. Good. Somehow let's try and create a better level. I'll catch you in the cable. Just suddenly bums out, you know it's gone through the cable. Right, let's stop and get the oxygen out, so we'll press E to replenish that. And get back in. There you go, that's better. So now it's just kind of thicken this out because I don't want to be falling down this canyon. Right, so if we go back down here, we should, in theory, right, so then we come back, that's the flat area here. We go up and redo the same thing again until we get this right. You can see how it works. It takes forever to do it. Now you could have said, oh, it would have been easier just to do a tunnel, which it would have done, but the tunnel, you are so limited on how high you are. So it swings and roundabouts. You've got to keep messing about till you get to the how you're happy with that. I'm slowly but surely creating a level, digging into what I've created to get it so it works, but it's finicky as anything. And let's slowly get up there. Hey, we got there in the end. Oh, that ain't bad. So at least we now have got a real rough ramp. So we could put storages up here and then just run the conveyor all the way down here till you get to another flat area, like this bit here, and then stick more storages here. They then it works out better, and then you run your conveyor down all the way along, and then we've got to do another off ramp in a minute. Just along here a little bit, so we come down to here, and then we do it again, another kind of rampy thing. Like that, and then you go, right, let's create a flat area here and then run it up again into it. Like so. That'll do. And then you have at certain points the storage is so it works, and then this area here will then become, I'll just cut through here to get my levels. So the levels are, what the hell is that? Are here. Okay. So we then cut through this. It'll all flatten out this area then. Just in case I want to have a mass storage down here. I don't know yet how it's going to pan out, but it's going to be running all the way up here. Across this road over here. So we're going to go back now and replenish our energy. And that's in a nutshell how the digging is, and you can see how long it's taken just to do that one bit of the road. It's taken an awful long time to get that to work, and now what I've got to do up here is get miners on all of these and do a vertical conveyor with 3 boxes, bring it all the way down here and have them sitting in a logistical bit here. These 1, 2, get those 3, there's another gold there. So we could make do with these 3 plus these 2 for now and see how it supplies it, and then expand at a later time out this way. So we are getting there. I've just got to now create the Tech 3 conveyors with the storages all the way down here to this point. Join these up to the storages, and it might even be 2 to 1 storage, so that'll be 1, 2, well 3 is going to have to go on one of them. So yeah, 3 storages or something. I'll probably do 3, so that each 2 1, so that'd be a storage for those 2, storage for those 2. That one will be waiting for another gold up here that'll join this existing line, and that'll come to the storage, and then it'll feed into the vertical bus. It'll go all the way along here with more storages, and it'll join up to the existing vertical bus, which is around here somewhere. So all of this will be deleted at some point, other than the water filters and stuff. To take it out, I'll have a separate organics set up to feed the environmental thing up here, and then that will branch out to supply air down here eventually. But yeah, it's taking shape, so I will carry on doing this, and I've got to get some more food, so I'm going to have to go back to base, and I'll show you how it's progressing. Right, I've progressed with the vertical bus from over here, so as you can see I've replaced a lot of the line. Now you might be wondering, why is there the odd one that isn't connected? That's just redundancy. I can add more to it, you see, as I create more and more miners. So what you've got coming out this side now is the 2 new mines up here, and these 2 here. These are using the upgraded mines, these 3. This one here is still on the old mine, and they're coming straight down into the storages and then slowly along the new bus that's created. This is the new basalt or graphene, sorry, mine. It's an upgraded one. It's going to its own little box over here. Now you've got more graphene dotted along, so there's another one here underneath me that I could add to this existing line to increase its production. And this is all going to come down and basically run in front of this climate regulator thing, and then scoot round into these boxes that I've now stuck here, and then feed into the bus and carry on down that way. So I'm now going to attempt to do that, get these all coming down and filling up the storages as we go. So let's just land here a minute. A press V. So if we do 3 storages, so that's kind of in line with the rocks there. So we want to go that way. Want to come out and around. So, oh, it's just horrible, isn't it? Look, you're either straight that way or angled that way, which is going to be taking us off, so we've got no choice but to do that one. So let's just do that, maybe there. 1, 2, 3. It's very hard to see as it gets dark. I'm just going to do the gold for now, and then we will come in and do the graphene afterwards. I can let it. This is another bug with this. It doesn't lock on, so you've got to get out and then run a bit nearer. It kind of, there you go, now it's worked. Strange how that happens. And this one to this one. Then the redundancy ones are coming as they do. So that will now fill those boxes up, and then we do the same for the graphene, sitting next to it here, and we just work our way down really. land here somewhere. It's a matter of getting it so you can press 0 and it locks on like it has now, which is great. So we want to go to that angle there. So if we so that's coming in straight along here. So it's probably a good idea maybe to put them down here somewhere. I wonder how far I can go. Maybe stretch it to there. Would that work? 2, 3. Okay. I do it again. That worked well. And you literally mirror this with the graphene because it's next to it. And then I don't know whether or not we will have the distance here. We might have to stick another storage down. We'll try. It's probably going to come out at weird angles if it works. No, it's not working. As you can see, it's not locking on. So what you've got to do here is probably put another 3 storages here somewhere in the middle, and then it'll work. It's a pain the way this you know, you can do it on a straight angle and it'll work, but it's not here. I mean, I'll try moving a bit nearer just in case it's that. Right, so it picks up that one and it's picking up that one. So now will it work? Yes. So I bet that's going to create a really weird angle. Yep, straight through a box. Ah dear. Right, natural looking. Let's see if they actually run. So if I now go E, what's in this box here? Loads of those. So if this X that one, to get that out of the way. And X that. There you go. Tab, shove all of them in there. But at least that looks a bit better now. So we've only got 2 loads of gold coming through. The other I've got to mine more, and as you can see I've taken down these mines that were here doing the basalt and the cement, and when you flatten out basalt it drops, but for whatever reason the rocks don't, they just explode and disappear. But we've got hundreds of the damn things, so I'll set up a new plant. So that's working. Strange angles, but it's working. So I'll literally now replicate the same with the graphene. I'll leave the climate regulator here at the moment, and then I'm going to probably do something with this water. I'll come out of this end junction here because they're all linked, and I'll create a single pipe that will go probably between these conveyors on the outside, or I might just come right the way across under those and do it down this side and follow it along so it can supplement the water wherever we go. I'm just trying to think now, how much does it give us? Does that tell us? Like demand and supply and all that kind of thing. So we go, we've got 2,384 litres and there's only 210 litres in demand, which is great. So that will work what we're thinking here. I can set up a whole load of those on this lake and then just literally get it to go via a pipe to the middle here, and then do the same here that joins up to it, or either side, and then we have factories either side. But that's definitely taking shape. The next thing I've got to do later on, it's not urgent, is upgrade this gold mine. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 coming in, and we need another 2, so we could, in theory, I don't really want to put another one here because it means doing a whole line of conveyors. It'd be easier, that's shorter than this vast distance, to put 2 mines on this and merge into one, storages all along, and then get it to just piggyback this one and put storages along this, and then it'll come over to over this land bridge here into the new storage boxes. There'll be the 3rd one, it'll then fill that one up, and then that'll already be on the bus. So yeah, it's taking shape. And the other urgent thing I've got to do, as you can see, I've moved all of the base so I can flatten the area around it. I've got to do the windmills yet. That'll be another stage. So if I press M, the other thing I've got to do is decide where we're going to go, here or here, down this part, flatten it out. I suppose I could. I don't know if roads, do they actually do anything? Because what I could do is maybe put some down, some floor panels. So I'm guessing you can build on that. And there's loads of basalt concrete, so I'll have to get that going again. I don't know about putting these down. I did it before. We'll have a play. I'll do some and see what I think of it. It's failing out, I'll stick that down. But it depends the area. I mean, it's a nice area, isn't it? So, and the trouble with these is you can put them down, and you might think, oh great, but look at the tiny little area of it. And then when you come to remove it, you've got to press 1, your mining laser. That's the only way you'll get rid of it. Whereas that, you can put it down, and I suppose, can you press X on it? Yep. So it's like a building. So that's going to be what I'm going to put down. I don't know whether or not it lets you change the colour, does it? No. So you've got literally... Oh, hang on. Let's find it again. 0. So rotation-wise, you can't really do a lot of the rotation. So you're limited in how that looks. So that will dictate how our buildings look. Because if you look here, it's lining up with this platform, but it's not lining up with that building because it's at an angle. So you can't really put stuff at angles. It all has to conform to this block, unless you have hundreds of them, and then you'll get away with that. How does the road look on this? So can I build any of the road? What does that do? So that goes that way. So if I put one there, alright, so you can do it like conveyors, so you can do it, press out and it'll give you a straight road. Well, that's alright, I suppose. I suppose you could shove a load of roads down. Let's delete it anyway. Okay. Yeah, so there's where we are with it. So I've got to build some more of these warehouses. I've got to dig out a new line here, get rid of the storages underneath there, and come straight down here. And as we're going down here, decide where we're going to go. This is a bit too far. What I might do actually, because this has been gorged the wrong way, as you can see over here, I might take the whole section out here and then start the factories here somewhere and bring the water up. So we could, in theory, how far are we off the marker? So here is roughly where the marker is. So if I was to cut out this ridge here and over the other side here, that would actually fit in, because you could then skirt around this, create a huge flat area. The same over this side here, so over the ridge here, right up to this mountain base or beyond, and then come right the way round, and then put all our production here and do a cross, for want of another word, in the middle. So if I show you roughly with my mouse, if I came down here, let's say we built on this side and this side, so this bit's going to be disintegrated and the whole lot is going to be a big flat area, and I laid down the road like a cross, for example. Yeah, I'm not saying it's going to be this way, it could be that way. We put our buildings either side of the cross. That would enable us to have the bus coming in from 4 sections. So up this way, you know, that could go across this or whatever. The sapphires coming in this way, the rubies coming in that way, and the uranium, and whatever else it is we need. That might be a plan, and then just space out the factories, because what I've got to do, like I mentioned before, I've got to put down, I've got to transition from these to these, is one option. The trouble is the outputs favour one side as opposed to being evenly split, I've found, because I've ran out on one side and it supplied another side when I was making ingots and stuff. whether that's been corrected or not. Or the other option is to do a splitter, so it takes a single item out of the container Mark 1 storage and splits it in two. Now I don't know whether that's an even split, whether that would be better than having one of these, because my thoughts are to split the output of this to two. You use one to go to fill factories and one of these up, and then you do the same arrangement out of these, if that's even and this one isn't, to supply the factories at a lower speed. So the Mark 3s only come from storage to storage, and then it comes down to either Mark 2 or Mark 1, whatever, and it slowly supplies the factories, and that way it keeps all the storages full, so we don't run out of raw materials. That's my thinking. Water, on the other hand, God knows, that I don't think you can split that or do anything with that. The other thing we've got to do is upgrade all of our miners. So this one needs upgrade, turn them around and facing this way to supply whatever factories down here. Yeah, so there's where we stand with it at the moment. So I'm going to wrap this up for this episode. As I say, this is going to be called the bus, vertical bus episode, I think, because there's still a load more to do. And when we come back in episode 6, hopefully we'll start laying the foundations down for the factory and then get production going again and to produce most of the materials. I'm hoping that we will have the ruby, sapphire and uranium supplied, to however this is going to be, a bit of cross, or unless I think of another way of doing it. And we'll see how that goes. I mean, the update might be out by then and you might have slopes in, but I've also got some ruby up here, so I might do a little bridge across here. I don't know yet, because this is horizontal, so I mean doing a whole other line. I don't know how the best way to do that, or the other way to do it is to get it across, come up here and then just tag it onto the vertical bus here, which is what I probably would do. I want to phase this one out so all of the large ions, I mean it's got osmium on it, but when I stick a radar down here, hopefully there'll be some osmium floating around here. If not, I'll grab these two and join the bus with that and do away with those ones or supply those ones to the same bus, so this becomes like 8 or 9 high, and it dwarfs this one. That is what it'll end up being. But mind you, this will grow with it, so but it'd be nice to phase that one out, because we've got all of the materials down this side, you see. Don't really need it. There's loads over the other side here. So yeah, that's going to be the plan, and then go from there really. But as usual, thanks for watching. If you like what you see, like, subscribe, hit the bell to get notified of everything I make. Other than that, take it easy guys,